Also of note, my hollyhocks are starting to bloom. Really hard to see in this light because it's so dark. That's the first one. We've got several buds showing. So that's exciting. We've got all these that will be coming up. There should be a sprig or two with a lighter pinkish purplish coloration. There you go. Sun decided to give me a nice shot after all. Thank you. So the hollyhocks are in their full glory. Well, not yet, but they are definitely looking beautiful. I know there's a type of beetle that's going to come in soon and start munching on these. And it would be hard to put any dust. We'll try. We'll try to save them as long as possible. They're so beautiful. And they get so tall. I'm 5'7", and this is definitely over 6 foot tall. They flower for quite a while. So I didn't think I was going to get anything from the strawberries. But looky, flowers. There's that one plant, which this one was purchased. And then over here, this one I grew. And this one had a flower also. So that's exciting. That's cool. And then they've sent out a lot of shoots that I've put in the soil so that we grow more strawberries. This is the sunflower netting that I was erecting the other day. I don't know if it's working so far, but they haven't been touched. I have to adjust it. I've also been spraying the leaves with a tea tree oil spray, and I have to reapply, putting some cayenne pepper on the leaves. So this bed I put up last minute. It has some broom corn over here. I believe it's bee balm in the middle, and then flaxseed on this third. But then something came through and started messing around and digging stuff and moving seeds, so I feel like I don't think I planted that. So that was something that got kicked up, and yeah, it is what it is. So much for organizing. It's really hard to see, but some of the beets are starting to tube up. So I think these are the cylinder. It's really dense in here, so there's a few tubers coming up. That's an interesting little caterpillar-y. Kind of creepy looking twig. So this borage that overwintered is on its way out. You can see some seeds that are from where the flowers fell. So this will self-seed, and I hear people get annoyed by that. I have new borage coming up here. So we should have a mountain of borage here next year. And then the cilantro we're letting flower, because that'll be coriander seeds. It's a great spice seed. So I'll let most of that reseed and harvest some in the kitchen. This spinach still hasn't flowered, or I don't know, maybe it is flowering. Is this the flower? I'm not sure. Let's open up these heads. The potatoes had flowers for a little while. Those have fallen off or got eaten off. But a few have left me some potato seeds. How cool. This is a perennial area here that was planted before me. So I appreciate that it comes back year after year. Keeping plants alive is the highest level of proficiency that I strive for in my houseplants. Luckily for them, since I've started gardening outdoors, some of that care and meticulousness has come indoors. So they're getting a little more attention as far as watering and nutrition that they never used to have before. I have two plants in particular that are flowering right now. One of them flowered not too long ago, and I'm super surprised that it's flowering again. I'll show you that in a minute. And then one I purchased last year and had a pretty tenuous year there. This orchid I got as a housewarming present, I believe, in 2019. And it was in flower when I got it, and it flowered again in 2020. And then this flower came on, I want to say in March or February. And then now it's shooting out more flowers. And it's just your garden variety supermarket orchid, so I have no idea what they're called or anything. The label didn't tell what they were. Oh, there goes the old one. And when looking up, how to care for orchids, they tell you to actually cut the stems, and thankfully I didn't do that because these were still green, and that's where new flowers are coming out of. And I've got here's a new stem. It's coming out. I did repot it since getting it. Possibly I water it weekly, a little bit like it says. Being that these are air plants, like normally they grow on tree bark, so they have a lot of air around them. So I did not, it's very loose in there. It's mostly like bark, not soil. It doesn't grow well in soil. It's barky and just very loose material. So I'm guessing, it's the right humidity and temperature in here, unless it's some kind of stress that's allowing it to flower again. But I'm not complaining because I'm very happy that it's doing that. But I do have good greens coming back in. So I think all in all, this is a healthy plant. So this was purchased October 14 last year. Shrub frostproof gardenia. Here is mine. It took a long time and a lot of second guessing to get to here. I read they needed humidity, so I was spritzing them back in the winter time, and I ended up with spider mites, so I was super confused. I did the best I could. I wiped off the spider mite, and then I just let it go. I started giving it a little more acid in the watering. I'd either use old coffee and more blooms to come, and it just smells so heavenly. I haven't smelled this smell in like decades. So I'm very proud of myself that we got to this far. It's always fun to try new things both in your outside and inside garden. I encourage you to experiment and have fun. Talk to you all again soon. Bye.